Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Evoland 2. In the previous episode we took on the Novice Test, which then granted us entry to Alpha Mountain, where they said we would have to meditate for some time until we saw something. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, and quite frankly, that's going to take too long. However, there is this odd machine hidden in this bush. Let's check it out. Kuro, don't tell me. I don't think this is such a good idea. For once, I agree wholeheartedly with Miss Fina. This device looks dangerous. There must be another way to access the pyramid. Yes, another way. Of course. That is what we find. Oh, don't be such big babies. I must admit, I know of no other way. Oh no! Menos, help me! I really don't want to fly. Well, not in that machine anyhow. I could maybe give it a shot. But it's only to make you happy, Kuro. Let's do this. Now, in the old Evoland, they pretty much just covered adventure games, with some RPG games thrown in. In Evoland 2, we're covering different genres altogether, including the shmup, or shoot 'em up, whichever you prefer. Now, the key to surviving in this is focus on the enemy bullets. It's more important that you survive than that you actually kill them. Yeah, you can get some good XP and money here, but it's more important to survive, because this is a rather long segment, and it's part of the reason I didn't want to, or part of the reason that the last episode was so short. Now, you can actually use your allies' abilities here. Fina is good for AoE, whereas Menos, especially at his level 2, is good for inflicting a lot of damage. Now, that's gonna... Ooh, power up. That's gonna be very important fairly soon. Well, not fairly soon, but it's going to be important at some point here. Now, you can get health, but it seems to be rather rare. At least from what I've seen. So yeah, use Fina for clearing out a large number of enemies, use Menos for inflicting tons of damage on specific enemies. That's pretty much it. Now, chances are I'm probably going to die here a lot, so there's probably going to be cutting until I get back to where I was. That is, if it happens. Now, you can just hold down your attack button, and it works just as well. Sweet, power up level 2. I'm fairly certain, yeah, it goes down whether or not you are shooting it. So, as soon as you get it, it's best to just unload with it, because it's not ammo-based. It's time-based. Now, apparently it doesn't go down if there are no enemies to shoot at. Now, you are going to see the landscape change beneath you. That means you are transitioning, and this is what you probably want Menos for. To inflict a ton of damage on these guys, if you get the chance. Boom. And he's dead. Thankfully, they are kind enough to provide checkpoints after each boss. So, don't worry too much if you beat a boss and then ended up dying. Ah, now we have new enemies. These guys will curl up on their shell, which will essentially make them invincible. Plus, they do have another attack, which, if we could show it, I believe they'll actually charge at you, or was that the boss version? Ooh, level up. Apparently those beetles provide a lot of XP. Or was that the boss? Can't remember. Switch over to Fina again. She's better for these segments than Menos. Come on. That all you got? Yeah, chances are this segment's going to be a little light on commentary later on, because I am just going to be so focused on not dying. It's hard to do that when you're talking at the same time. Yeah, I've never actually seen what happens if you get 3 power-ups in a row. I've only ever seen 2. Ooh, got our next boss coming up. Sexy. Also, why are we flying over the ocean? I don't recall that being anywhere between us and the pyramid. Come on, let me charge up so I can hit you. Darn it. There we go. And at the very least, we got a level up from beating him. Okay, there should only be one more boss after this before we end up at the pyramid. And we're actually making good time. Huh. Guess I could have made it through there. Oh yeah, be careful of the new enemy that comes through here. Because as you hit them, they build up and then explode. So don't get too close to them if you can help it. Ooh. Ah. Okay, there's no level beyond this one. It just refills. pretty good level up. Not bad. Come on, final boss. About this section. Seems like it. Ah, this is the guy I was thinking of who does that charging thing. Bam! Look at the damage done. Okay, that's the first time that we've gotten into real bullet hell levels of, well, bullet hell. It had bullet hell levels of shooting. Please tell me that was the last of it. No, does not. Wait, yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay, so I could have actually made it, or made it fit into the episode. I just thought the shmup section was way longer than I remember. But yeah, my only tip is focus on the bullets, not the enemies. Way to go, Kuro. We're getting closer to the pyramid. Hey, do you know how to land this thing? Nope. What? Seriously? Couldn't you say that before? Well, you also didn't ask. We must descend, and quickly. Now! Incoming! Well, that's one way to land. Kuro? Are you alive? No. You're right. Just play dead. Remind me to never let you take the wheel again. At any rate, your aim was true, Solid Snail. We made it to the top of the Prophet's Pyramid, and that is what counts. No, you're wrong. What counts is that we almost died. That was way too risky. I am not so sure. I have contemplated much since our paths first crossed. Everything that has happened to us. Surely it cannot all be mere coincidence. I thought demons didn't believe in fate. One would think events have been woven together to make us the key players in a story beyond ourselves. Meta jokes. As if something or someone held sway over our fate. But I thought demons didn't believe in fate. That is true. Or rather, it was. I no longer know what to think. And so, here's the fabled Stone of Time. Awesome! Quick, let's grab it and get out of here before anyone sees us. Too late! Aha, so you have returned. You know, it's not very polite to interrupt someone when they're... This is my place! I'll talk however I want. I have long awaited this moment. Nee. Each and every day. Nee. You must really be a fan of the nights who say nee. Bit by bit, nee. Gaining power, obtaining this stone, nee. In order to defeat you, great destroyer. It's official. This guy's off his rocker. Goro, the great destroyer? That's about as likely as 2 + 3 makes 7. I will have to do the math. 2, 3, 7. Nee. 2 times 3 makes 2 times 3 times 7 makes 42. The number of the Great Destroyer. You're gonna have to calm down, Prophet, sir. Get the feeling he's just making this up as he goes along. Nee. What? Well... Shit. Yeah! He seems to want to face you in single combat. This will make for good training. Just remember, Solid Snail, the trick is to defeat him before he wins. You don't say! No need to thank me. I'm here to help. Yeah, not doing a good job of that one, Menos. I'm sure you can beat him, and I'll do my best to provide backup. Check it out, 2 game genres for the price of 1. Fighting game mode.
Round 1. Fight.
Now if you pause, you can actually see your different combos. I have no idea what the kick button is. I know what the punch button is, but no idea what the kick button is. Okay, got it. Supposedly if I press punch and kick at the same time, I should be able to do a grab. That is, if he stop blocking. Come on, you're not going to take me down that easily. Come on. Just got to beat him twice. Okay, you got me with that one. Taste my super! I would like to see what the grab is. Come on, give it to me. Or don't.
Round 2. Fight.
Come on. That doesn't count. You didn't even give me the chance to get up. Okay, now he's just spamming it. Get a punch and kick at the same time should get the grab. Oh, come on! Spammy bastard. Fine, 2 can play that game. Hehe. Huh, that's weird. Looked like it started playing, but then didn't. Ah, come on. If he keeps spamming that stuff, I won't be able to get my super off. Nee. Now I'll show you my true power. I'd say he's bluffing. Still think he's bluffing, Fina? Oops, maybe I was wrong.
Round 1. Fight.
Come on. Oh, sure, he can get me when I'm down, but I can't. Come on. Not going down to this guy. Come on, do the combo. Not what I was looking for. Getcha.
Round 2. Fight.
I still have yet to see Kuro's grab. Come on, grab him. There we go. Kind of underwhelming for how difficult it seems to be to pull off. Come on, I just need a little more charge. Ha! Profit my ass. Couldn't beat a young boy. Well, actually, I have no idea what Kuro's real age is. You truly are the best, Great Destroyer. Why do you call Solid Snail Great Destroyer? I recognize him. How could I forget it? I was but a child when the great disaster came. But it truly is him. The prophecy does not lie. He will gather the 5 keys. All will be covered in water. He will destroy the world. What's he saying, Kuro? You're the one who caused the great disaster? Tell me that's not true. How the heck would I know? I've got no memories. Miss Fina, Solid Snail has no memory. I just said that. He knows nothing of his past. But then, if we return to our time, all of this won't have happened yet. That means it's his future. That depends on how you look at it. But if so, we must prevent the prophecy from being realized. You heard that, Kuro? We will not let you become the Great Destroyer. Let us take the Stone of Time and make our way to Magi Isle. No. By the way, one tip that I probably should have read from here first, but apparently you can use potions in the fight. Eh. The Stone of Time. And this thing is going to become important later. That thing nearly killed me. Seems busted anyway, so I don't see what good it would do us. Oh, I think you'll be quite surprised, Fina. Sup? Not even gonna question how I came out of the pyramid when I never went in? Good. Hello? You have the Stone of Time, Kuro. Good. I'm counting on you. We will meet again. Okay. Not even gonna give me a name, huh? Fine. So, before we go to Genova to try and get a pass of safe conduct to get to Magi Isle, let's return to Granny BB and use the mana to power up Fina. Now I know what some of you are probably thinking, well, why not use it to power up Menos to full power? Well, here's the thing. Granny BB can only power up your allies once. And even if she could power them up more than once, which she can't, that would require more mana than we currently have available. So, in my opinion, it's better if we power up Fina. Yes, yes, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, see, we can't even select Menos as an option. Do I need another potion? Have I used one? Let's see. No, still got a red and a green potion. So, here's Fina's attack level 1. Basic wave. And here, if my focus would cool down, is Fina at level 2. An even bigger wave. May not seem that impressive, but it will be when we power her up again. Believe me on that one. So we've got about 3.5 minutes left. Not enough time to get to the Isle of Magi, because there's going to be a lot of talking coming up. But it'll be enough to take care of what we need to take care of. Ah, here's a man who looks important. Mr. Mudwell? Well, hello there, citizen. What can I do for you? Who are you? Oh, I'm but a humble trader from a long line of traders. My grandfather was already a professional merchant at the time of the Empire. He was a real hero, helping those who needed passage in or out of Genova during the war. Yeah, a real money-grubbing hero. He did many favors, and he also earned money his keep by working hard. Serious grammar issue there. Thus was born the Fogwell dynasty. Quite a beautiful story, ain't it? What can I do for you? The Great Disaster. The Great Disaster happened 60 years ago, on the 50th anniversary of the Empire's victory over the demons. No one knows exactly what happened, except that a huge explosion wiped out the southern part of the continent. Genova was not entirely spared, and the turmoil that followed ultimately led to the Empire's demise. Thankfully, the traders were there to restore order. What can I do for you? Okay, the traders. After the Great Disaster, my father and his merchant friends came to the Empire's rescue. They formed the council that would take actions necessary to Genova's survival. Someone needed to act quickly, what with all the chaos. The militia was created to replace the army, the former imperial tax system was abolished to make way for a fairer system. They gave people their freedom back. Since then, everyone is free to do trade and become wealthier. Oh, naturally, traders' sons all become traders themselves, but at least everyone has a chance. Yeah, right. What can I do for you? The smug. The explosion of the Great Disaster left behind a gaping hole, filled with this strange substance. As no one really knew what the stuff was, people called it smug. Our scientists quickly found that the smug could be used as an energy source. The traders declared a monopoly on the buying and selling of smug and built the smug line to transport it to Genova. Since then, everything here has been fueled with smug, and every time people use some, more money lines the council's pockets. Isn't technology grand? Sure, when it's making a ton of money. Okay, let's talk about getting a boat. So, you're looking to get to the Cursed Isle. It's a weird place. I wouldn't go near it if I were you. But, hey, it's your call. A force majeure letter signed by me is all you need to set sail. Naturally, it'll cost you. Would you have something interesting to trade? Well, we know his ancestor was the same Mudwell who helped us escape Genova. Perhaps he'd like the loyalty badge, which unlike its reference, which goes back to the Beetle's loyalty badge from Wind Waker, this actually has a proper use. Oh, why, that's one of my grandfather's badges. I thought they'd all been lost in the Great Disaster. Their value is strictly sentimental. Please, give it to me in exchange for a pass of safe conduct. Sure, it's not doing us any good anyways. Thank you. As promised, here you go. You got a pass of safe conduct. The Great Disaster. My village swallowed up by the smug. And look what's become of Genova, Kuro. Is that really our future? He did not mention demons. They must be hiding somewhere. I cannot believe they all vanished into thin air. That's not the #1 problem here. My village, my parents, everyone's gone. Kuro, we have to stop this great disaster from happening. I understand your anguish, Miss Fina. But if it is indeed possible to change the course of events, we should start by saving my people. That can't be changed, Menos. The demon's defeat is a part of history. I learned about it in school. It's in the past. What's happened here? that hasn't happened yet. Perhaps in your past, Miss Fina, but to me, your present is my future. What might happen to the Empire is none of my concern. I want my people to live, to not be wiped out by our enemy. But if the Empire doesn't defeat the demons, that could change everything. I mean, maybe I wouldn't even exist. It's just too risky. And what of the people who live here and now? Maybe they too will disappear if you alter the past. Does that not bother you at all? But who knows exactly what can or cannot be changed? It may well be that all of this already exists. Perhaps we have already come here. We have done all this. So no matter what we do, nothing can be changed. That's a depressing thought. You know what, Menos? I don't really know. But I'm at least going to try. That's all we can do. How about you, Kuro? Do you think we can change time? I don't see why not. You see, Menos, Kuro is an optimist, just like me. And if we can, what do you think we should change? I mean, we should at least try to save both. Nobody deserves what happened in the Great Disaster, and Menos' people don't deserve what happened to them. Thank you, Solid Snail. I knew that I could count on you. Are you sure, Kuro? It's pretty risky. Could throw off the world's balance. But we would still need to be able to turn back time. I do not know what is possible or even reasonable to hope for. But before anything else, we must find a megalith. On that much, I completely agree, Menos. You heard that, Kuro? Let's get going. Right. Well, we are actually currently out of time for this episode. Let me just get back to the world map. So, I think we're going to end that off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.